I guess we're going to start with that. We're going to be starting the reintroduction phase. You have made it through the most difficult phase. Some of you might be going on a little bit longer journey, but for the most part, everyone has made it into the reintroduction. You're going into days 8 and 9. So what I really want to remind you of is this part. We want you to take it slow and just really listen to your body and how it's feeling. So you know what foods, when you start bringing things back in, how it's affecting you. And just, this is a good time to maybe in the back of your program guide to start just jotting down notes and saying, hey, I reintroduced blueberries today and I felt really bloated. Or, it's just start writing things down so you kind of know what's going on in your system. We're not introducing all the foods. We're just introducing the foods that are approved in the guide. So that's day 8 and 9. Later on, we'll go through kind of bringing in all the other foods. And at that time, I really want you to pay close attention about what things, how it's affecting your body, especially when it comes to like the caffeine, some of those high allergy foods like the wheats or the dairies and stuff like that. Really be watching your body really closely. So hopefully, since you've made it through the toughest part, day 5, 6, and 7, you're starting the fatigue hopefully is starting to decrease a little bit. Maybe some of those cravings to caffeine and sugar have decreased. A lot of people say that the headaches go away. I know this is when my headaches were gone, and I was actually starting to feel a lot better on day 7. Hopefully you're still kind of limiting your exercise because your liver is still working really hard. It needs all that energy to do the detox process. But you might be feeling like you have more energy now. So that is fantastic. In the reintroduction phase, we want you to slowly reintroduce the approved foods while reducing your approved supplements. And I think I already said this, pay careful attention to the reactions that you might be experiencing in your body. On page 14 and 15 of the program guide, it walks you through this really good. I'm going to just do a quick overview of what you're going to be kind of eating and the supplements. Let's see. Foods that you're going to be reintroducing on day 8. You should return to all the approved fruits, all the approved vegetables, just the core fats, and you can include white rice. And then you're going to continue eating the fish, and that's for day 8. And then on day 9, you're going to add back all the approved meats. So that means you can start bringing back, that means you don't have to do just salmon, Crystal. You can start doing a little bit more. You can bring back the wild game, the chicken, turkey, those kind of things. You can start bringing that back in. You can bring back the remaining approved grains like the amaranth, the buckwheat, the millet, oats, wild rice. There's actually quite a few of those that are in there. The additional fats, which there wasn't much for the entire detox. You're able to get most of the fats, but this one you're bringing back in the coconut milk and the olives if you like them. Day 9 is when you can start bringing back sweeteners. The only sweeteners to this entire process is monk fruit and stevia. So those are the only ones. And then my favorite thing to bring back was the nuts and the seeds. So just remember, for a lot of people, the nuts are an allergic food. So really be monitoring when you eat that handful of almonds, listen to your body and see what it does. So that's the main changes. And then for the supplements, on day 8, you'll reduce the ultra clear. So the scoops, you'll reduce it to 2 scoops 3 times a day. And then the AdvaClear, the capsules, you're going to do 2 capsules 3 times a day. And then on day 9, you're going to further reduce the Ultra Clear to 2 scoops, just 2 times a day. And the AdvaClear, 2 capsules 2 times a day. So you do not have to memorize all that. Like I said, this is all on page 14 and 15 of your guide, and it'll walk you right through that. Any questions on reintroducing any of those foods?
I do.
Yeah.
Two things. If we've done the allergy testing and we know, that something's not a sensitivity,
Mhm.
do we still need to, like, because we had talked about only introducing, like, and it even says in here, like, one food at a time, wait 3 days. If you know that you don't have a sensitivity to something, do you still need to do that?
So with the approved foods, you don't have to wait the 3 days.
Okay,
You can start and just, like don't bring all the fruits and all the vegetables all in like for breakfast.
right.
That morning, do your berries, and then for lunch, bring in some of the other vegetables that you wanted, that sort of thing. But when we do get to the end of this, so on day 10, for those of us that are doing the 10-day detox, that's when you are going to want to start waiting a little bit longer and giving yourself that 3 days and making sure that your body tolerates it well. Dr. Toby, do you have anything on, because if Crystal's had the allergy testing, does she need to wait?
Well, I think it depends. If you are really sure about the foods that you should be okay with it, there's a good chance that you are going to be okay with. But sometimes after cleaning out even more and just your body's humming much better, you may be more sensitive. And if you introduce too much all at once, you may not be able to know what you're not feeling good with. So this is a good opportunity to kind of recheck things and make sure you are okay with it. Things can change since you did the allergy testing, but I think you might want to introduce those foods first, and maybe do that, for 3 days, include all of the ones that that you look like you're okay with, and do that as like one thing. And then if you don't feel well, then you might be able to kind of pick out between those and then move on to the other foods that you're supposed to reintroduce. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So I think it just still pays. You can do it different ways, but you get good at trusting your body and listening to your body. So you want to do it in a way that you can figure out which food you're having a tougher time with. And sometimes it can get confusing if you're reintroducing it all at once.
Okay.
Cool.
Great. I think I think for the most part, we've hit most of it. I kind of wanted to open this up and see if there was any favorite recipes or new recipes, especially for the days 5, 6, and 7. Anything that worked really good, or made the supplements taste better. Was there any hints or tricks that I can give to the next group that we do?
I just did the smoothies.
You did the smoothies?
Yeah, and with the apples and pears, like we can for the 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
And then I put a handful of spinach in every single one, because when you blend them, you can't even taste it. You're just getting more of what you need anyway. So
Right.
yeah.
Nice. Did you use any different spices or anything like that?
No, I made a different dressing.
Oh, nice. What'd you do?
I did a really simple olive oil, apple cider vinegar, mustard with salt and pepper. I have a recipe that's similar to that, but it calls for honey and a few other things, garlic and stuff. And I've cut out garlic. I think garlic's allowed even
Yeah,
right
it
now,
is. Mhm.
but I cut it out just because, just to make sure. So I did just the olive oil, apple cider vinegar, mustard, lemon juice,
Oh
and
yeah,
some
okay.
pepper. And I made like a salmon salad with it, and it paired really nicely with the salmon too. So
That sounds
and it was
really
all
good.
approved.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. That sounds really good. Now here's another one. As far as stress, I know the last time that we had, when we talked, oh gosh, what was it, last Tuesday? People kind of were given different ideas on how they deal with stress the best, and just making sure that that you're taking care of your own stress load, because when you're stressed, that's not good for your liver either. So And we've all got a lot of stress going on in our life. Are you able to like get outside, or do you have any different techniques or anything for dealing with stress? Or
I take detox baths, Epsom
oh,
salt,
nice.
magnesium salt, and
That's
that's been helpful even in this process too.
nice.
And unwind and just we've been taking like little family walks since we're limiting exercise and things. So we'll walk with the dog. It's been wonderful to have a couple days of sunshine during all this too.
Oh, it has been.
Wonderful. But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Well, and Dr. Toby, on the last meeting, he actually did a kind of walked us through a Qigong exercise. It was yes, no, maybe. So I've been doing that every day. I love it. It's so good. If you get a chance, if you didn't see the last one, it was really good.
Yeah, and because I wasn't on the last meeting, and when you messaged me about that, and
Yeah.
while I was waiting for it to post, I looked up and I found some videos on YouTube too, and there's different Qigong exercises that you can do for so many things, even on YouTube. And I found some European lady that was walking you through different things, and there was one for headaches, and it was like a 13-minute of do this, do that. And at first I was like, this isn't gonna make a difference, like this on my cheek and doing this on your ears and stuff like that. But I totally felt way less tension and way more relaxed when it was all said and done. So then I was doing little things throughout the day, like I'd start to feel the tension creep back my neck and start to feel that head throb again. And so I do a few of the things, and it was very helpful. So
oh, that's so good to hear. That is awesome.
And I will be teaching Qigong up on Tubbs Hill as we start moving closer into spring and summer. And so keep an eye out. And eventually in the winter, we'll be doing Qigong next winter. Hopefully we'll have the studio community area finished with construction, and then we can do it indoors during the winter months. So keep an eye out. And next weekend, we're doing an intensive with Joseph McCaffrey, who's a counselor who's coming in from Arizona. And he kind of teaches ecotherapy and other ways to connect with nature in a deep way. And I'll be doing some Qigong with him along with his activities. So if anybody's interested, we still have spaces and anybody can come join us. But keep an eye out because we're going to do more things like this in the future too.
Yeah, very cool.
That's cool. Well, I think that is everything. The next meeting is April the 21st at 6:30. And then just remember with this, with the next one, anyone's coming on that is going for just the 10-day, not the 28-day detox, but the 10-day, maybe fill out your metabolic detoxification questionnaire, and we can maybe go over some of those, because April 21st will be the last meeting that we'll have. And I just want to see how everybody's doing.
Nikki, on the calendar, I wrote down Tuesday, April 20th is our last day, not April 21st. Do I need to change that?
Let me see. So we've got
21st as well in our thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
21st?
Yeah.
Today's 18th, so 19th, 20th, and 21st would be day 10.
Okay. All right. Then I had written that down wrong. I wrote it as Tuesday, April 20th. So I will change the meeting to it'll be Wednesday.
Oh.
April 21st. Yeah, let me double check and make sure it is Wednesday. Yeah, it is a Wednesday. Does that work out okay for you, Dr. Toby? Uh-oh, I lost you.
You're on mute.
I'm back now. Okay. Yes, we can make that work on Wednesday at 6:30.
Yeah.
So we'll send it out. And if you can send out an email then to remind everybody as well.
Sure.
That would be good. And I'll change it in Mighty Networks.
Okay. That sounds really good.
Okay, well, great. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to check in, and we'll meet again on Wednesday.
That sounds really good. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank
I'll
you.
see you